Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just going through my boxes of pennies again. Um, as most of you already know, I've been searching through two boxes of $25 face of these pennies, and what I decided to do is separate them into decades. So I got them in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, and then the very few that I have in the 50s, and then of course the wheats that I already separated a couple days ago. But also, when you're going through and researching through the dates, you also find that sometimes, you find some that are not copper at all, that are just, zinc pennies, and then you can take those out. Because, searching through pennies sometimes can be fun and aggravating at the same time. So sometimes you slip in one that you shouldn't have slipped into your pile, and you can then take them out. Another one that I found is this here. This is a 1970S, and I only found one 1970S, and this appears to be the large date. I know the one that's more valuable is the small date, but if we can take a closer look at this, my knowledge in these aren't that great, so I try to do the research the best that I could, and it appears that this is the large date. I know on the small date, if you try to even up or try to take a piece of paper or something and go across the top of the 1970, I believe on the small date everything lines up perfectly, but on the large date, the 9 and the 7 is a tad bit lower than the 1 and the 0, which I believe is the case on this one, but it's a little difficult to try to line that up. And I believe also on the Liberty, on the small date, the Liberty is a little bit less, or is a little more faded and a little harder to read on the small date than on the large date. So I believe this is a large date, but anybody else out there who is more knowledgeable of that than I am, maybe you know a little bit better, you can advise. So if you know anything more about the large or the small date 1970S, please let me know. But this was out of two boxes of $25 face. This is the only 1970S that I was able to find. So the other thing that I did as far as separating, ones that looked like they had a little bit more of luster, a little more uncirculated, I pulled to the side. Of course, this is 1960s, 68 and 66, 69. But as we go down the row, the luster gets a little bit more, they're a little more shinier. And I'll just keep these a little bit separated from the rest of them. Probably put it into a roller. And you might be, asking yourself, why is this crazy person doing this? All these are is worth just a penny. It's just something I like to do. The small things in life amaze me. And the other thing that I noticed while doing this is it looks like the 1960s had more of a deeper strike than the 70s or 80s. You can see on Abraham Lincoln that it's a little more deeper of a strike, which just something that I came across and something that I noticed right off the bat. I mean, if you compare a 1970 to a 1960, Abraham Lincoln doesn't pop out at you as much as it does in the 1960s, as well as the lettering and everything else just seems to be in the 60s. It was much more of a deeper strike, and I guess also in the 50s and the 60s. But so, all right, well, that's the madness that I've been doing today. So let me know what you guys think about everything, and in particular, let me know what you guys think about that 1970S right there. I have a lot more pennies that I have to go through. I have a lot more pennies at home that I have separated into 80s, 70s, and 60s that I'm going to go through and look at the dates a little bit more carefully and see if I have anything that's worth anything more than just the copper value. So I haven't done a whole lot of that. But anyway, thanks a lot everybody for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I know this penny searching isn't the most popular thing in this community, so I might not get a whole lot of views on this. But anyway, thanks a lot everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to everybody on my next video.